What's going on, YouTube? First of all, before you even watch the video, make sure to subscribe and like because I saw a lot of views on the last video. Well, I've been seeing a lot of views just in general, but not a single sub. Maybe I'm blacklisted. I'm thinking I'm shadow banned. Who knows? But either way, let's get to it. Today we're going to be talking about the content in JJK Phantom Parade. Now, I made a couple of videos about this. Most of them are very unsavory, I would say. But let me give a real life review on what I think about the game and if it's good or bad. I mean, there's a lot of things to think about it. But let's go through the first point, which is that the game is way too stingy. Once you get through your story, that's basically all your stones done. And I mean, let's punch that into a calculator right here. That's like, there's like 10 chapters. Let's say they're all times by about 6 or whatever. So then we get 60. Alright, we all know that. That's basic, ain't it? Put 50 on it. That's about 3,000. That can't be true. What? Nah, that might be true. Alright, so I had to actually double check that number. Just to make sure I wasn't going fucking insane. Yeah, it's about 7,000 though. Because you gotta remember about like the missions you get and all this. 7,000. That is a whopping. Give it a second. 2 multis. I farmed out 1 million points with, or orbs, whatever they call them in this game, with 656 stamina. And you're thinking, wow, that's a lot. Yeah, I know. 1 million orbs, that has to be a lot. 1 million of any training resource in any other game I've ever played would have been a lot of XP, right? Yeah, no, not in this game. So I went from 99 to a big whopping 102. It was kind of disheartening to see this. And that's just how it always is. I mean, once you hit 70, that's every single level is taking 300,000 orbs, and it takes about 10, I think 1 bar or so to get 1 level. So you can do the math on that. If it takes 24 hours to refill a bar, that's 1 level every 24 hours. That's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Now let's get to the biggest meat and potatoes of this game. The gotcha system's fucking dog shit. I couldn't tell you any more to it, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even gonna try and sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna even try and sit here and like have a little like announcer voice. No, the fucking gotcha system's dog shit as hell. I mean, every time I play it, like I look at it, I look at my cubes, and I look at my cube count. I'm like, oh, I only got like fucking 20 cubes because there's no content left to do. You look at it, and then they fucking rush all of this shit out. They've been rushing top tier after top tier after top tier unit. I had to actually check because I was a little bit confused what the fuck was going on. Yeah, they rushed out 3 top tier units in the span of 2 weeks. Speaking of top tier units, though, let's get on to another point, which is the difficulty of the game. First of all, some of the content in this game is just a little bit nuts. So 1 second you're like going through it, just it's fucking a cakewalk, man. It's not even close to being like difficult. You're 1-shot everything, you're 2-shot everything, but the second you start 3-shot everything, just know that you're gonna have to go back to that little fucking summon board because your units now suck. Alright, you're either gonna have to enchant them or you're gonna have to fucking go to your little summon thing. Because if you're starting to 3-shot them, you're gonna lose the next stage. It's not even a question. And then with the same thing, illusionary towers, apparently late game content, which has to do with the sped up timeline that they got. But what the fuck is that? Because that's also like, it goes up from like 20 cc to 85 cc, 85,000 by the way, but 85,000 cc in like 20 floors. There is 50 fucking floors. It's not making sense. But when it's the only content you really have in the game, and then, I mean, what else do they have? They have domain investigations, which are just one of the most, fucking, it's so boring. Because domain investigations actually exact opposite. The second you start one-shotting the units, just know that you'll never have like a single problem with that fucking stage ever again. Once you get more than 6 units or so, maybe 3 top tiers, all you need is a Gojo, the fucking Yuta, or someone else. I mean, you're done with domain investigation. And if you go to formidable foe, I mean, that one's a little bit cool, but once again, it's one that has like 75k as the cap, so not even like global players can do it now, but I'm guessing that's probably how it released on JP, so I won't give them shit for that. But hey, at least the events are pretty nice. I mean, what can't do? They give 3 events out. They don't really give stones, but at least they give a few resources. So that's a plus. Either way, JJK Phantom Parade is a game with flash game levels of animation, uh, a pretty stingy gotcha. But you know what? It's pretty addictive. I won't even lie to you. I was able to play the game like for like 3 days, 4 days straight, or something like that. So for a time waster, it's pretty fun. But if you're to really like, I would never think I would get it long term into the game. It's worth just logging on once, maybe getting off. It's not worth like you're not gonna get the same enjoyment out of, let's say, like Legends, Dokkan, um, Hollow. What the fuck is that? Hollow Live or whatever that one is. You're not gonna get the same enjoyment. You're just gonna play, absolutely beat it the third or fourth day of playtime, and then get bored, log on once a day for your dailies, and get off. So the question is, do I recommend the game? Yes, I do, and you should also use my code, which gives you $10 worth of cubes if you complete the main story. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, make sure to like, subscribe, and I love you all.